Can I do a little introduction?
Yes.
Vicki came to us from South Carolina with Brenda, one of our former patients. And the interesting thing about her experience is twofold. One is she's a nurse, so she has an excellent medical background. So when we start talking about some of these medical things, she knows the right and wrong answers. So she'll correct me if I get off base a little bit. But she's a pretty bad diabetic.
I've been diabetic for 32 years.
Okay.
And I'm only 50.
And her diabetes can be graded, how severe her diabetes is, by how many units of insulin she takes a day. So let's go over your insulin per day. How much insulin do you usually take per day? And kind of give us a little update on that, could you?
Okay. Before the surgery, I take 75-25 mix, which is 75% long-acting, 25% short-acting, and it's pre-mixed. And I took 70 units, dose and eat, 3 times a day. If I ate 4 times a day, a heavy snack, it would have been 4. So you can do the math. 4 times 7, that's 240. Is that not right?
4 sevens? Anybody got a calculator?
Somebody
280, right?
Yeah, 280.
So, in other words, we're talking many diabetics get by with pills, and then if the pills fail, then you start to go on this insulin, and then you have to have frequent doses of insulin. So she's now taking, before surgery, which was 5 days ago?
5 days ago, it was Wednesday.
6 days ago. 6 days ago, she was taking over 200 units of insulin a day, plus a sliding scale.
Yes, and then also I took metformin, 1,000 milligrams twice a day. I was on Avandia, 8 milligrams once a day, and I took myself off of that when the cardiac
because they recently said that causes heart attack and death.
It could cause heart attacks. And then I took a newer one, it was Januvia, and I took 100 milligrams of that once a day. And to get my blood sugars to stay somewhere around 300, I took all that.
Just to get to 300.
And have you had a recent hemoglobin A1C?
The one I had before surgery was 12 point something. Now, I did take Resolin when it was on the market, and my A1Cs dropped from 13.9 to 7 in a matter of weeks. And then it killed people. Resolin actually killed people because of the liver damage that it caused, and they took it off the market. But not only did that help my blood sugars regulate, but it also caused you to gain weight. I gained 60-something pounds in 6 months.
So let me go over some of those numbers. For those of you who are not medically inclined, and I'm going to give you some statistics with those numbers. Vicki, who looks like a very nice, kind of semi-healthy person sitting in front of us, is really, you should convert that in your mind to her sitting in front of us with really a clock ticking in front of us. Because we know from predictive models, from statistical analysis, that diabetes increases your chance of death and heart attack and stroke and blindness and kidney failure and amputation. And we can measure that probability, the chance that she's going to face one of those tragic complications, by measuring some of the numbers she told us. Her hemoglobin A1C, which is the glycosylated hemoglobin, or hemoglobin dipped in sugar. It's sugar-coated hemoglobin. The more sugar-coated your hemoglobin is, the higher the risk of heart attack and stroke and death and blindness and kidney failure and amputation. And hers should be under 6, and hers is 12. She was taking hundreds of units of insulin, and then she came to us all the way from South Carolina. Your surgery lasted
42 minutes.
42 minutes.
Because I had some scarring. I had my gallbladder out before they did it laparoscopically, so I had the real incision.
And yesterday, how much insulin did you take?
Yesterday, I took 3.5 units.
Now, I just have to say one thing. Forgive me for interrupting. But when you die, you know, and you come to the pearly gates, they open the big book, and St. Peter goes, Rutledge, Rutledge. Well, what about this? And, boy, did you really put eggs on that guy's car? And, but, oh yes, you cured Vicki Steele.
Blood sugars are not low yet. They're lower than they've been in years. This morning was like 290, so I took 3 units so far today of regular insulin. That probably will be all that I will need.
So her sugars aren't normal yet, but she's dropped her drug doses. She's not taking metformin, not taking Januvia, not taking Avandia, which is a recent drug where they showed it causes heart attack and death. And she's down hundreds of units of insulin. And we predict in the next several days that her sugars are going to go down. In a few weeks and a few months, her sugar-coated hemoglobin, the hemoglobin A1C, will go down. And her risk of heart attack and stroke and death and blindness and amputation and kidney failure and dialysis are going to melt away.
See, now, I'm a dialysis nurse of 27 years, and I've already been diagnosed with the diabetic renal insufficiency. So, you know, I already knew that.
And you don't want to go there, do you?
No, I don't want to go there.
You've been there.
Been there.
Got the T-shirt.
Yeah,
and I don't want to go back.
Don't want to do that. I've had the laser surgery for the diabetic retinopathy, and I have an appointment to have my eyes checked in December, and I can already tell that these glasses are too strong.
Right.
Once it, you know, instead of having to get a stronger prescription, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to have to keep bifocals because, like I say, I am 50, and that happens with age. I don't understand it, but I can already tell that. I was telling Brenda. Matter of fact, we were watching a movie on TV, and I said, I cannot see this, and I took my glasses off, and I could see it much better.
All right, stand up and we'll take your staples out. That is wonderful.
Did you want to tell me about my liver?
What was I going to tell about your liver?
Well, I was
You
like
got
2
some
years,
fatty liver?
Yeah, you said I was about 2 years away from liver failure.
Oh, if I said that, I shouldn't have said that. I don't
Okay,
think
he
so.
didn't say that.
No, you have some fatty liver, but it's not that bad.
Okay, good.
If I said that you were too, no one knows the future, so.
Somebody told me that.
Somebody
Could've been
told you
one of the
that?
nurses.
It was probably Trish.
Well, Trish, don't ever do it again. Her was one of the girls on the floor.
Yeah.
Now they wanted me
It was
to.
Jennifer. Jennifer, stop that. Huh?
Oh, and this week I lost 11.4 pounds.
How long was the bypass?
7
7 feet.
And we invited 2 of our nurses who are former patients to watch your surgery, right? So Julie and Sarah watched your surgery. And do you want to comment? Did I do okay?
You did fantastic. I loved it. Pretty well.
This doesn't hurt at all, and I don't like staples.
Applause.
Thank